And I welcome you to NCOBRA's Symposium for National Reparations Awareness Day. National Reparations Awareness Day is being celebrated throughout the country today and on Monday. So Philadelphia chapter is having its activity today. But at this time, I will serve as this evening's libations. And as you know, our ancestors are due our deepest respect. And when we come together, it is our tradition to pour libations. By conducting the libation ceremony, we honor them. We also believe in invoking their spirits to be with us. So during this ceremony, when you hear me say, we pour libations, you respond, Ashe. Those who can, please stand. We call on our ancestors far and near, mothers of our mothers, fathers of our fathers, to bear witness to what we have done. And by their example, to continue to inspire us, to reclaim our African minds, regenerate our African spirit, liberate the African homeland, and reclaim our greatness as a people. We pour libations. We honor all our ancestors in antiquity who gave civilization to the world, especially Tahuti, who lived during the antediluvian period, or the period before the Great Flood, who was considered the personification of all wisdom and truth. The Greeks called him the scribe of the gods and changed his name to Hermes Mercurius Trismegistus, the thrice great. He was so great to them, he was 3 times great. We pour libations. We honor the great many who came from Upper Kemet, Egypt, and conquered Lower Kemet, and united into the first nation state in the history of the Roman world, which began dynastic Kemet. We pour libations. We honor the great Imhotep, who, during the 3rd dynastic period, was a great grand vizier to Pharaoh Dozier, who built the first above-ground stone structure in the history of the world and called it the Step Pyramid. He was the first physician to stand out in the history of the world. The Greeks worshipped him as a god of medicine. They called him Asclepius. We pour libations. We honor the mothers and fathers of the 3 great West African empires, Ghana, Mali, and Songhai, who grew to be larger than all of Europe and housed the great University of Sankore and built the great cosmopolitan city of Timbuktu. Mansa Musa I, Emperor of Mali Empire, was the richest person in the history of the world with a wealth of today's dollars of $400 billion. We pour libations. We honor our ancestors who were forcibly wrenched from our homelands and placed in the bottom of ships and brought to the Americas and enslaved as chattel for 246 years. We pour libations. We honor our ancestors who fought in the Civil War to liberate ourselves from the savagery of chattel enslavement, and only to face de jure, de facto Jim Crow and terrorism. We pour libations. We honor all our ancestors who demanded justice, reparations for African Holocaust of chattel slavery and Jim Crow, such as Honorable Collie House, Queen Mother Audrey Moore, Queen Mother Dorothy Benton Lewis, Baba Hannibal Afrique, Barbara O'Malley Obedelli, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, Reparations Ray Jenkins, the Honorable President General Reverend Battle, just to name a few. We pour libations. We honor our great historians and African thinkers who decoded the system of white supremacy, racism, and who uncovered and enlightened us to our true history, such as Sheikh Dr. Diop, Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Chancellor Williams, Dr. Yusuf A. Benjamin, Drusilla Dungy Houston, Dr. Edward W. Robertson Jr., Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, Dr. Amos Wilson, Dr. Francis Crest Wilson, just to name a few. We pour libations. Please lift up any names that you would like to lift up that I've omitted, even if it's a family member. Just say it, and the Spirit will feel it. Lawrence McKenzie, Charles McKenzie, Juliet Samuel, Malcolm X, W.E.B. Du Bois, We pour libations. Finally, for our children and their children and future generations yet to come, that in their time they will vindicate us from all adversaries, continue to imprint upon the world. May the venerable spirits of our ancestors descend upon this place and guide us in everything we say and do, and let us proceed in peace. Thank you for your participation. Reparations now.